ask you some questions to start off with. Who here wakes up in the morning, revved up, ready to go, like a V8, turned on, supercharged, going, yay! Not a lot of people. Okay, who hits that 2 o'clock in the afternoon time when a lot of people start going, oh, I need another coffee, but you're still there and you've still got lots of energy? Who has enough energy to make it all the way through the day? 2 people. Okay. Who would like to know how to get more energy? How to have more motivation, more get up to go? How would like to be able to turbocharge their engine and really know how to get it through the day, to have more fun, more motivation, to get your hormones balanced so you don't get the ups and downs? Does that sound good? Then you're in the right place. That's what we're going to talk about. And to provide some of these solutions, I'd like you to put your hands together and welcome my co-presenter, Karin Jodlowski-Tan. Karin is a rural GP. She specialises in nutrition, acupuncture and laser therapy. She's a mother, a wife and an excellent friend. Now, Karin, do you think we should ask them about energy and where it comes from?
Yes. Where does it come from? What's energy?
Can anybody tell me here what energy is? Anyone? Any idea? Okay, then let me... The strength to get out of bed in the morning. It's a good start. Where does energy come from? Anybody?
The universe.
The universe. So you believe that the energy is out there everywhere, and that if we can tap into that energy, that we can actually sort of turbocharge us?
Yeah.
Yeah? Karin?
Obviously, you see the big picture.
Well, I was going to say, these people aren't sure where the energy is coming from. What do you think?
For me, I love to eat, so I think energy comes from food. It's a bit more than that though, because one of the things I do and I love doing is teaching people about nutrition. I also do acupuncture to help them increase their energy. But there's a lot more to food because we all eat lots, don't we? I mean, how much do you think you'd eat in an average lifetime? Have a guess. Oh, what was that? Too much.
Never too much. Never too much. Maybe just the wrong food.
So how much food do you think you eat in an average lifetime? Just a guess.
A lot.
Well, I did a calculation a few... Yeah, it depends. The average person may be 31 tons. I reckon I eat about 50.
That's probably true.
But it's not so much, well, it is how much, but also what we put in our body. So energy we get, and then energy has to be absorbed in our body, and then we have to think about how do we lose that energy. So how do we get the energy, how does it flow in our body, and how we actually lose energy. So today we're going to touch on all 3 points, aren't we, Patty?
Yeah.
How do we lose the energy? Do you have anything to add? So just another question for you. Who thinks they eat well? Okay, so... Now, not before, when? Okay, so how come you eat well? So how come your energy is not like the V8 engine? How come? Metabolism. Look, to be honest, metabolism is just a fancy word that doctors invented, so you feel better. But look, it's true, you can say it's metabolism. So you put the food in your body, what does it do? What's this tube that goes through your body? I mean, the food is really outside your body when you eat. It's still outside your body when it comes out. So we're just a huge donut with a hole in the middle and a big convoluted tube in the middle, right? So something happens along the way. I think
I don't think they quite get it. Basically, what we are, according to Karin, is a donut. And our gastric tube is the hole inside our donut. And what is really important then is we put food in at one end of the donut. It comes out the hole at the other end of the donut. But the secret is, how do we get the nutrition from that food into our system?
That's pretty much right. Thanks, Patty. So if you put the wrong kind of foods in there, you might have the food going in there, but it might be causing your immune system, your defense system, to fight against it. Now, the immune system is lining the outside of the body, so because your skin's on the outside and the lining of your gut is really outside your body, it's full of your soldiers defending you against outside invaders. So sometimes it thinks the food you're putting through there are foreign invaders. So it starts to fight against it. And when there's a fight, what happens? What happens when there's a battle? Yeah, it becomes inflamed. So it's like a bomb going off in your gut, and it flattens out the ground around it, so you can't absorb nutrients properly. Not only do you not get the nutrients that's providing, but you actually cannot absorb other things.
So what you're telling me, or telling all of us here, is that we can actually have a really good diet. We can be eating the right foods in the right quantities. Yet, if we've had a war going on in our gut, we're not going to actually be absorbing the nutrition there. So it's kind of like a waste of time.
Partly, yes. So, if I asked this about 20 years ago, probably most people wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But if I asked you today, who's gluten intolerant? Is there anyone here gluten intolerant? Not sure. So even in a small group like this, we've got 1 or 2 people who knows about gluten and what it can do. So what is it? You know, the body actually mistakes these protein particles in your food and starts to fight a battle against it. Why does it happen to you or me and not someone else? Now, when I first started to learn about nutrition, I was fairly naive. Still think I'm naive. And I used to think, well, maybe these gluten stuff is really bad, or cow's milk is really bad. But really, after doing it for a long time now, what I've discovered is not the food, it's what we do to the food that's caused it to change. It's our emotions that's caused inflammation in our gut, that's caused our defense system to actually do the wrong thing. So when the defense system's gone haywire, it starts reacting to whatever it's in contact with the most. And when you think about it, we eat so much wheat products, so much stuff with dairy, that it would make sense that your body starts to fight against them because it's in contact with them most of the time, right?
So can I just rephrase something you said then? Because you said that if our emotions are out of whack, if we're upset, that can actually affect the digestion of our food. Absolutely. So can I ask you, what else can our emotions affect?